Kip's Corner. Welcome back, and if you're new, welcome. Thanks for joining me. Today I am doing the final flip through of the second project in my butterfly project series, where I took one puzzle, big one. It was a big puzzle. It had 7 different sizes of butterfly on it, and I extracted the 7 butterflies. And I'm doing a project with each of those 7 butterflies. So the first one was the fan blade. So you can see the difference in size between, this is from the same puzzle. And it's just a mixed media piece. There is a video, a couple of them, going through and working on this project. So that was the first one, the first project in the butterfly series. And the second one is the Flutterby journal. This is also my design team project for Foxy Creative LoveJunkJournals on Etsy. And this is my February design team project. I've been working on it longer than that, but there have been a few videos along the way. If you haven't caught any of those, there'll be a butterfly series playlist on my channel. So let's get to it. The base this is just a fabric. It's a faux suede. It is very soft. It's wonderful. And I've not done anything different to the back. And the front, there is this is the cover of an old book. You can see it's been pulled, directly from the book. This is a copper piece. This is chipboard here in the back. Then there's a piece of quilt here and a piece of a wooden measuring tape. A little bit of fabric scraps. This is an old disc from Tim Holtz. And then the butterfly on top. I forgot to measure her. Okay, so I'm popping back on. Just the front book board is about 6 inches. By 9, so she's 6 by 9, and she is a whopping 2 3/4 inch tall, thick. So 2 3/4 inches, hidden spine. I've got some yummies kind of tucked back in there on both the bottom and the top. And I said 5 signatures, and yeah, so 6 by 9, and a fat Mamba Jamba. All right, now I'll move on. I've got metal corners, both the front and the back, and a knob closure. The beauty about a knob closure is that you don't ever have to untie this unless you are, your journal itself is getting fatter or skinnier. You can just press down on here, grab hold of this little loop and pop it off. And so that is probably my favorite type of closure, just because it's just so simple. This did get a little thick on me, but it has 5 signatures and lots going on. Here in the front, this is a vintage handkerchief here. It's got some little rust marks from pins, when they were folded up and put into a box and pinned. And so, so I left that there, of course. And this is just a piece that I made with elements from Tracy's kit. And I think I made this one, or part of this one, on one of my videos. And it's got ledger paper on the inside, so you can open that up right in it. And I've just got it closed with a little mini paper clip. Here's another one. This was a fabric, a clothing tag that just has paper on top, sanded a little on the edge. This is an old piece of book paper, the acetate butterfly, and then this is a piece of chipboard. Then I just put a little bulb pin up the top with bead on it and some sari silk. And then the first page, and I think the center pages of each of the 5 signature are all from Tracy's kit. It's the Tatty Flutterby kit. And it is just gorgeous. It's got this kind of this watercolor look to it. Very pretty kit. And then the back side is just random papers from other kits of Tracy's. This is some handmade paper with leaves. This is from a wallpaper sample, and it's just got this nice texture. I used a few of those pieces in there, and then I lined the inside of this one with some painter's masking paper to get rid of, or to hide just a little bit, the text that was on the back side of the wallpaper sample. This is just a pocket from a book, from a page in a book with a button and some fabric. And then this is just a tag. This is just a cutout from, I think, a 49 in market paper. And then these two pieces on the top here are from Tracy's kit that I just didn't really do a whole lot to, other than just cut ink, sewed around this. This is another handmade textured paper on the back. And that's that. Some coffee dyed paper, ledger paper. This is paper from a book, and it's a nice texture, more handmade paper. And then here is the center of this spread. Isn't that pretty? Back here, I made these, I think, on one of my videos, and they're just frames kind of intertwined. This one has some fabric behind it, a little bit of hand sewing done here. A tag from the kit where I just added a little bit of fabric and a button. It was a broken button, so I left it broken. And then this is another tag from the kit that this is actually from a different kit of hers, and I will link that below as well. And this is a rub-on top of it, and ledger paper on the back. More of that handmade paper. It's textured. I don't know if you can see that or not. Just a beautiful paper. And this is another page from that book. And I left the words that were here. It's pretty. Ledger coffee dyed. Here's the back side of that wallpaper sample. And this is one of the tags I just have clipped in here that I made from her kit. Just has plain back. And that's the end of the first signature. And then the second signature is here. And I edged all of the signatures with just a little bit of small trim. Some of it vintage, some of it not. It's just a mix of stuff. And then here's a pocket. This pocket is from the kit. There's another tag that I made. And this is just a little Tim Holtz card. It had a butterfly on it, and it was cute color, so I thought I'd throw that in there. Another handmade paper with inclusions with little leaves. This is, I did a video where I altered metal buttons, and this is one of them. So this was just a big silver button, and it's, oh gee, I don't remember what I did on this one. It's stamped, obviously, and then I just got that on a cluster of some fabric and some fibers and stuff, and another piece of that wallpaper sample. And this one is backed with some parchment type paper. Here's another handmade paper. And then this is the center spread here. And this is from a book that I had on butterflies. So I just thought that was really pretty right there in the center. Coffee dyed paper. There's the back side of the wallpaper sample. And on this one is a die cut, part of one, that I've colored. And then I just have a little bit of cluster there with some fabric and another button. Really simple thing to do, but it just adds a nice, it's really pretty. This is ledger paper where I folded it, so I have a little pocket here. Here's a tea card, and it's it's a real tea card, but it was in place and somebody ripped it off, so it ripped off the description, but it's a tea card. And then I just have a little letter in here from, I don't know what it's from or if it's dated, just an old letter. If it had a date, I can't see it anymore, but I really liked the stains and the spots and the blotches and the color of the paper. So I tucked that in there with everything. And then this is just a journal card I made where I just clear embossed the butterfly and put him on top of, both of these pieces are from Tracy's kit. And then it's just on some Tim Holtz paper. So that just slips in there. And then that is the end of the second signature. This is the middle signature. A little bit slightly different lace there. Some more hand-dyed paper. And this is like fabric. It just, see how it's floppy? It's just like fabric. This is a handmade watercolor paper. So if you wanted to do some watercoloring in here. More tea-dyed paper. And then this is another one of the frames on top of frames with the acetate. And then another journal card that I made with cuts from the kit with a little button. And then this has a label on it from yet another one of Tracy's kits. What is it called? I think it's called Another Grungy Random Labels or something like that. Again, I will put, and then this is also another handmade paper. Lots of handmade papers in here because of the textures and the colors. It just works so well. I will put links to all of the kits from Tracy's that I used. The butterfly kit, Tatty Flutterby, and then the grungy labels, and then the other little tags kit. This is some stationery. It has this beautiful embossed flower on it. Thought it was pretty in there. And I try, as with most of my journals, I try to leave a lot of pages that are blank that you can write on or draw or, or do whatever that you want. This is just a little slot piece with the, this is a Russian vocabulary card. It's Russian on the back. And it says Imagine. This is from a really old kit of Tracy's. I'll have to see if I can find it. A little baby tag from her current kit. And then there's 2 tea cards in here from that same set. Legit old tea cards. And I think there's a little ticket back here too. Tucked back here, about ready to fall out. There we go. Little ticket and another butterfly tea card. So I just have a few things tucked in there. And now we are to the 4th signature. Here's more of that wallpaper. And there's more than with the painter's masking paper on the inside. And then this is from a book I have, a page from a book on butterflies. This is just, this is more handmade paper. You can see some of it kind of comes loose. This is a pocket and another butterfly that I've got sprays on. Lindy's. I think they're Lindy's Stamp Gang sprays. Looks like I used a couple of different sprays on that. And then this card in the back, this paper is rice paper just glued to a regular manila tag. I think the tag and the envelope are from a Tim Holtz set that I had a million years. And then this is just some lace and trim and fabric and things. Another fold over, but I didn't glue this one shut, so that's just folded over. You could do some hidden journaling there. More space for journaling. And then this is the center. And then this has got some more handmade paper. I've got a little butterfly here. And then I've got a tag clipped on here that is also made from, if I'm not mistaken, this was also made from a clothing tag. And this is Tracy's tag on top with some Wink of Stella on top of the butterfly. And then that's sitting on top of some rusted fabric. I think I did that one on, I think there's a video on that one too, or a lot of the tags that were made. Not a lot, I don't know, 4 or 5 of them. This is just a little, this is actually a coin carrier, for coin collectors. And I just inked and sprayed. I think most of these, I think that the 2 inks I used on here were from Seth Apter, his coffee and his honey. And then that's a printout from the kit on the inside. And I just have that pinned with a baby safety pin up there at the top on that paper. Here's another pocket. This just has a vintage postcard that I thought was really pretty. It sort of goes with it. And this is a printout from one of my butterfly books. It's sort of a identifier. That just slips in there. And that's a page from my butterfly book. More of that handmade watercolor paper, more coffee dyed paper, and here's the back of that other wallpaper sample. And then this is a tag that I made. There's fabrics and wood up at the top. And then we have the butterfly that's been sprayed and colored. And then just a little label, some fabric, some scraps at the bottom. So just a fun little tag. I made that a long time ago, actually. It was one of the first things I think I made before I kind of got going on the journal. I'd almost forgotten about it. Now, this is the end of the 4th signature and the beginning of the 5th signature. Here's another one of those die-cut butterflies. It's been colored. Little bit of inking on it, and then a little cluster there. And that's the inside. So this is a wallpaper sample also, and that's the inside. More handmade paper. Here's another one of the frame within frame tuck spots, and then another one of the tags that I made in the video. So both of these pieces were done in the video. And that's from that same book, another piece from that paper from that same book. I left strings. Oops, that's just a loose one. Look at that. I left strings in here. You obviously, wherever I sewed, you can cut them off. This is a piece of mulberry paper here. And it does open, but it sticks. And so this is the center spread. I thought that was really pretty. You could have some fun with that. And there's the other side. More ledger paper. This is a card from, another identifier. And on this one, I put frosted crystal embossed on the top. Gives it this really nice sheen and texture, so it feels cool. And then I sewed it onto a piece of cardstock. And then on the back, there's the little butterfly down there. He's got the same kind of texture on him. I think I might have actually used rock candy on that guy. Anyway, and that's some more of that wallpaper on the back. So just a fun little piece there. More coffee dyed paper, more pulled out from that book. And then there's the back of that sample. Here's just another pocket from the kit. This is another vintage postcard. Actually, this is an advertising card for Edwin somebody. I don't know what he does or did. He's the authorized agent for the sale of my goods. Okay. So he's a seller of some sort. But anyway, I thought that was a cute card. And then this is another printout from the kit. Let's tuck that in there. And did I put in the back is just the craft. So that goes there like that. And we are to the end. This is the back, and then back here I have this is the other half of that handkerchief. And I just, cut it in half in the front, half in the back. And then this is just one of the Tim Holtz journal cards from a bazillion years ago. I like the color combination, and it's got butterflies and a moth. Actually, those are all moths, but it goes. And so I just tucked that in the back there. And that is it. That is let's see, the name of the kit is Tatty Flutterby. And so this is the Tatty Flutterby journal, which is the second project in the Butterfly Project series. I've got this, which is actually, the fan blade is spoken for. The journal is available, will be available. I'll put it on my Etsy shop within the next week or so. I do try to get it posted on my Etsy shop at the exact same time that the video goes live. So I'll try to get that done this week, and she'll be available. I think there's 2 other journals, maybe just one. I think there's some other journals in some of the mixed media bird puzzle project the first puzzle project I did. There's a couple of those boards left on my Etsy shop as well. So I think what I'll do is put those pieces that are currently on the shop, I'll put those on sale when I post this one as well. So that will be there for the looking. That's it. That's all I have. Thank you so much for joining me. This was a fun project to work on. I just love nature journals with, and you know, the butterflies, and you know, I think they're pretty. So so it was pretty. It was a fun journal. I tried to keep it really simple. There's a lot of pages, but there's a lot of blank pages, which I think is really an important part of journals, is to be able to have that space to write in and to play in and to put your own artwork if you want to, or, you know, anything like that. So lots of room for that. Thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it. I'll be back. Bye-bye.